it's cold. It is chilly. I don't know. There's these aspects of me that don't want to make these videos anymore. And then there's aspects of me that do want to make these videos of me. When I say aspects of me, we can think about this in terms of, I guess Freud talks about it along with Carl Jung as well too. How we have different complexes within ourselves. And maybe you've said this to yourself personally as well too, of like, a version of me wants to go and then another version of me doesn't want to go. It's like, well, how does that make any sense? I look at it in terms of we are all at a round table, or you could even say driving a ship as well too. And sometimes there's certain people that are in control, and there's other people that are not in control. And when I say other people, other versions of ourselves, and somebody could be like, well, that means that you have bipolar disorder or some other shit, but it's not the case at all, because everybody has different aspects of themselves. Like, you probably have a different version of yourself that you are when you're around your friends, when you're by yourself, when you are with family members, when you're hiking, exercising, biking, at the gym, at the clubs, at a bar, whatever it may be. Like when you're making videos as well too, if you do make videos, or when you're working, we all have it's called different versions of ourselves with each and every single person that we come in contact with. Because there's probably a version of me that, like, if we met in person, would be a different version of me than I am on camera. But I also do my very best to be the same version of myself anywhere and everywhere that I go. That might not necessarily be the case for other people, but that's always been my driving factor, is to remain as authentic and genuine as I possibly can, because I believe that's the best route for any individual to go through. So when I say that there's an aspect of me that doesn't want to make the videos, and then there's the aspect of me that does make the videos, it's the same aspect of me that there's certain days where I don't want to go to the gym, but I still show up and I go to the gym and I do the reps, even if I don't necessarily feel like it. It's the same aspect of me that sometimes if maybe I don't feel like working on something, I still go and do that instead of work, because that's the thing that needs to get done. Or there's a version of me that's like, I don't want to go on a walk, but then the other version of me is like, well, we know that going on the walk is the best thing to do. Or the version of me that's like, hey, I'd rather just sit on the couch watching Netflix. And then there's the other version of me that's like, well, let's start learning and writing and reading again to find something new. And then what I like to do is have those versions of myself work together, and we make negotiations. We talk with one another. Maybe it's consciously, maybe it's unconsciously. It really depends on what it is, but I also just intuitively follow my internal sense and my internal guides to just guide me to where it is that I need to go, and to the places and the people that I need to have conversations with, which I find that to be very, very beneficial. So there's some days where my videos may not be 100% on track, then there's other days where the videos are 100%, and that's okay, because we all have our highs, we all have our lows. It's why roller coasters are a thing. You have kinetic and potential energy. They give your lows, you have your lows to be able to have your highs. That's actually something that I just kind of came to as well too, is you got to go down in order to go up, and in order to go up you have to go down. Like, there's just, it's the ebbs and flows of life that come to us each and every single day. So what versions of yourself are you currently wrestling with that you can negotiate deals with, so that you could do more of what it is that you want to do? Maybe it's make more money, maybe it's sell more deals, maybe it's create content, maybe it's go on more dates, maybe it's exercise more, maybe it's lose weight, maybe it's start investing in stocks, or reading more, writing more, or creating less, or going to the mountains, buying a camper, sleeping outside, snowboarding, biking, walking, whatever it is. Like, what are you wanting to do more of that you currently aren't doing right now? And what could you trade, or what could you negotiate to be able to make that thing happen? This was a thing that I always did in college, where whenever I'd have a test or something that I needed to study for, I'd be like, all right, let's just get all the studying, get all the work done, get everything that we need to out of the way. And then what we can do after there is, if we just want to sit on our butt and watch YouTube videos or movies or TV shows or whatever it is, or play video games, we can do that after we finish this work that we need to get done right now. I've always had that in me. It's how I've found it's the best way for me to motivate myself, because it's just like, why would you want to do things that you aren't being rewarded for necessarily? That's just my take. Like, you need to have some sort of internal reward or some sort of internal gift that you give yourself when you reach a certain milestone, whatever it is. It could be just going out to a nice dinner for yourself. It could be maybe buying a new pair of shoes or clothes, or going to hang out with friends, whatever it is, having dinner with family, whatever it is that you find valuable, that you can consider that as a reward for you putting in the work or doing the time or the effort or whatever it is. And if that means that for a certain period of time you have to step away from all of those things in order to give yourself that said reward, I believe that that's the best thing to do to be able to have a better, well-rounded perspective on your life. At least that's what I found, and it's been very valuable to me. And I've been under this big thought pattern of, I'm not wanting to tell you what to do, because I believe that that's something that you have to come to from your own volition, your own decision, your own intuitiveness, your own inquisitiveness. And if you're able to do that, then at that point you can go do whatever else you want to do. I'm just sharing things that I myself have learned from other people, that I myself have experimented with, to help me get into a better place mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, spiritually, so maybe you can start to do the same thing as well too. So if you ever have aspects of yourself that are wrestling and it's kind of like this, what we want to do is we want it to be more like this. The way that I found for it to be more like this compared to like this is have both parties agree to the terms, accept the terms, move forward with the terms, and then you guys can live in harmony. A lot of people, I don't believe, live in harmony with themselves, because one version wants to do this, another version of themselves wants to do this, and they don't have that camaraderie. Both people can get both things done. It's just a matter of figuring out, how do we combine those things into something new? If you can figure that out, you'll be a lot more better well off. So that's my little video for today. If you made it to the end, you can subscribe to the channel for more videos similar to this. I try to post every day. Some days it works, some days it doesn't. If you found this valuable as well, share it with a friend and like it, and let me know your thoughts down below. Do you have versions of yourself that you kind of wrestle with to try and figure out who's in charge or what to do on certain days, and sometimes maybe you get paralyzed with the thought of figuring out what it is that you need to do? Let me know how you deal with those things. Love to read all of your comments, and yeah, talk with you in the next video, whenever that is. Thanks for listening.